When your cat suddenly starts hiding from you, you really know what they're trying to say. Most owners look at it and think, okay, they just want some alone time. They're a cat. That's what cats do. And yes, that's partly true, but behind that silence, behind that disappeared version of your cat, there is something far deeper that most people never stop to notice. This is one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you misread it, which most owners do without even realizing, you could be missing a cry for help. A silent one. The kind that doesn't come with a sound. We're going to start with the one sign that surprises everyone, the one that looks like the most normal thing in the world, until it isn't anymore. They're not being shy, they're disappearing. Have you noticed your cat hiding more than usual lately? Not the occasional nap behind the couch, but actually avoiding you. Avoiding the rooms they used to love. Here's what's really going on. A study published in Frontiers in Ethology analyzed 368 pet owners and found something remarkable. When it came to identifying subtle signs of discomfort in cats, people got it right, only 48.7% of the time. That's the equivalent of a coin flip, meaning half the time you are misreading your cat, and you don't even know it. When a cat that was previously social starts disappearing, isolating, refusing contact, that's not them being moody. That's them telling you something is wrong. It could be stress, it could be pain, it could be fear of something inside the home that you haven't noticed yet. Your cat doesn't have the words. They have behavior, and hiding is one of the loudest things they can do with silence. And what comes next? Most owners see every single day without thinking twice about it. It's not just tiredness, something shifted. Your cat sleeps a lot, you know that. 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day. So, how would you even notice if something changed? That's exactly the trap. Research in animal behavior science shows that disruptions in a cat's sleep pattern are directly linked to underlying anxiety and pain. We're not talking about the normal daily naps. We're talking about something different. Sleeping more than usual or the opposite. Pacing at night, restless, unable to settle. A cat who suddenly can't find peace in rest is a cat whose body or mind is not at peace. The tricky part is that most owners shrug this off. Oh, they had a weird night. Oh, they're just getting older. And sometimes that's true. But sometimes it's the first signal in a chain, the first domino before everything else starts shifting. The next topic is one that owners almost always get wrong, and the way they interpret it causes real damage to the relationship. You think it's rebellion? It's not. Your cat stopped using the litter box, maybe just once. Maybe it's been happening for a few days, and your first instinct, and honestly, Maka, was probably frustration. Maybe you thought they were being difficult, stubborn. Maybe you even scolded them. Most owners do. But what's actually happening is completely different. When a cat eliminates outside the litter box, in the vast majority of cases, it is a physical or emotional signal. It could be a urinary tract infection. It could be stress triggered by a change in the home, a new person, a new animal, even furniture rearranged. It could be that the litter box itself became associated with pain. Your cat is not defying you. Your cat is communicating through the only channel they have. And if you react with punishment, you don't fix the problem. You add fear on top of it. And now your cat is sick or stressed and afraid of you. This one behavior, misread by so many owners, says more about trust than almost anything else. The weight you're not watching. Here's something that will stay with you. A study published in PubMed followed 569 cats diagnosed with kidney disease. What the researchers found was that the weight loss, the slow, quiet decline, had begun up to 3 years before the diagnosis. 3 years of a body sending signals. 3 years of something being wrong before anyone caught it. Have you been watching your cat's weight? Not casually, not a glance at their bowl, but actually running your hands gently along their sides and feeling whether their ribs are more prominent than they used to be, whether their spine feels sharper, whether the weight behind their shoulder blades is still there. Cats are masters at compensating. They keep eating, they keep playing, they keep purring, until they can't anymore. And by then, it's later than it should have been. If this is making you want to be more attentive to the cat in your life, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us reach more owners who love their cats enough to want to understand them better. Their face is saying something. You just don't speak the language. You look at your cat's face every day. But do you actually see it? Veterinary medicine has developed something called the Feline Grimace Scale, a validated, evidence-based tool that allows professionals to identify pain in cats through specific facial changes. It evaluates 5 regions: the position of the ears, the tension around the eyes, the tension in the muzzle, the position of the whiskers, and the position of the head. When the score reaches 4 or above, the cat needs immediate veterinary attention. You don't need to be a vet to start reading these cues. Ears flattened back, eyes partially closed but not in relaxation, in tension. Whiskers pulled back tight against the face, a head that seems heavier, lower than usual. These are not subtle. Once you know what to look for, they become unmistakable. The problem is that nobody ever taught you to look, and so you see the face of your cat every single day, and you miss what it's trying to say. They learn to hide it from you. This is the one that changes everything once you understand it. Cats evolved as both predators and prey animals that show weakness get targeted. So over millions of years, cats developed something extraordinary and heartbreaking at the same time: the ability to mask pain, to carry it silently, to keep moving, keep functioning, keep appearing normal, while something inside them is wrong. This isn't stubbornness. This isn't drama. This is survival instinct running so deep it overrides everything. And what it means for you, as the person who loves this animal, is that by the time your cat stops hiding the pain, it has already been there for a while. Sometimes a long while. That's why the earlier signs matter so much. The hiding, the sleep changes, the litter box, the weight, the face. Each one alone might be nothing. Together in combination, they are your cat's way of asking, without words, without a sound, for your help. The behavioral change is not the problem. The behavioral change is the message, what they never say out loud. We started this video with a question. When your cat does something different, when they pull away, when they disappear, when something shifts, do you really know what they're trying to say? Now you do. Not because you're a vet, not because you have special training, but because you paid attention, because you stayed here, because somewhere in you there is a person who understands that the animal sleeping in your home tonight is not just a pet. They are a relationship, a quiet, complicated, wordless relationship built on presence and trust. And trust for a cat is not given freely. It's built slowly across thousands of small moments. Every time they choose to be near you, every time they slow blink in your direction, every time they come to find you in the middle of the night, not because they're hungry, but simply because you are there. They can't tell you when something is wrong. They can only show you, in the way they sleep, in the way they move, in the way they look at you or stop looking at you. This isn't just a cat being a cat, this is love, silent, unspoken, and completely real. And now, you know how to hear it.